So today we're replacing this Manitowoc ice machine, just the head. The existing one is a remote condenser, so these line sets go up to the roof, so we'll have to recover the refrigerant before we can actually cut this thing out and get it off of the existing bin. So this is how they did the wiring in here. That's sketchy. 404A, 112 ounces, 230 volt, but why are there two separate cords running into there? That's really weird. Alright, so just for fun, we're going to push in the contactor once and see if it just trips the breaker or what it does. Sounds bad. Yeah, I think it's bad. So I'm not really supposed to open this cover, but I needed to see why this cord is going over into the unit. And they used the breaker box as a junction box for the power going up to the condenser up on the roof. So we're definitely gonna just undo those wire nuts and pull that out of there, because that's freaky. So basically the power was coming from this 30 amp breaker to this outlet, which will shut off. Then it's going from this outlet into the ice machine, then from the ice machine on this cord back into the panel, and then up to the roof to the condenser, as far as I can tell, which is not kosher. So look at this here, 28230, 15 max circuit or breaker. So they had a heavy enough wire coming in, but then this is just a 12.3, which I don't think you're allowed to have more than like 20 amps on. I'll show you what they had powering it. This outlet, which is really sketchy, which has a couple pieces of 12 gauge wire, it looks like, feeding it, and a 30 amp receptacle, which is twice as big as what we're supposed to have for the ice machine. So that's kind of ridiculous. This is a 20 amp receptacle bank, probably what we'll feed our new machine on, but that's not cool. So we got this disconnected. So I mean, all of this was being supplied with 30 amps all the way up to the rooftop unit. I mean, that's like an extreme fire hazard. I don't know who installed this thing, but that's terrible. They definitely had their best and brightest install it. See the nicely laid out line set, and the conduit comes over to this beautiful little unit here. Wow, just beautiful. I want to hire these guys to install my unit, don't you? It's just such good work. You know, it's work that stands out because you walk past it and you go, why would they do it like that? Oh no, it's just kind of funny. And look how they connected the electrical for it. They literally just duct taped the fitting. This is the most hodgepodge ice machine install I've ever seen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scary, like legit scary. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're good to go. Earlier I told you all, always cut the wires one at a time so that you don't spark it if there's power, but I already knew that there was no power here. But I could have made a mistake and then it would have been really sparkly. Look, Johan, they put in 3 5/16 and 1 3/8, so take that out with a channel lock. So it seems like they're really moving down the machine. Little window AC compressor. This fan motor seems pretty heavy duty. I've never seen that style of blade. It's almost like the motor spins instead of the... I mean, like, it's got like some mass to it. It probably actually could cut your finger. It looks and feels very simple and cheap. Oh. Where's the sensor? So they didn't give us a metal fitting to attach to on this new one. I'm hoping it's not missing its ice thickness probe sensor. And when you thread that thing on, you're threading directly onto the solenoid valve, so if you mess it up, it's game over. And it's really easy to cross-thread these super cheap fittings. Down here I'm using a PEX in order to convert over to 5/8, so that's kind of not ideal, but it'll actually work just fine. I actually kind of like running drain line stuff in PEX, but normally you don't really run drain line stuff in PEX. So the Chinese added a light in here, which is kind of nice, but it will probably only work for like a year. I got the cabinet all wiped out, and they did design it to fit this cabinet really pretty well. A countdown timer has started, so I think enough ice has been formed that it's about to drop its first sheet. And I think how it works, there's no probe up there, as you saw me notice earlier, but I think it measures the water temperature, and then when the water temperature hits a certain temperature, it starts a countdown timer to the harvest. So right now it's in the make. I think it's going to switch to harvest once that 20 seconds goes away. And then it monitors the water level and just opens and closes the solenoid valve in the back as it needs water. I'm curious if it's going to open the dump valve while it harvests, but we'll see. So there's harvest. So it's still running the compressor. It just turned on the hot gas valve. Now it's going to run the hot gas through the evaporator. I hear the water valve is adding. Shut the pump off. I don't know, we'll see. Give it a minute here, and it's counting how many seconds the harvest is going to take. Johan, this... Remember I was saying that we need to change this up because it's a violation to have this in the standpipe? Look. Look at the standpipe. It's full of water. That drain is already backed up. That's super nasty. They have to get a plumber over here and get that fixed. Good thing we're not plumbers. There's the first batch of ice out of the machine. A little cloudy, but looks pretty good. It appears that we don't really have to make any adjustments. It's gonna make ice. So we're gonna scoop this batch out and dump it outside though, because I don't want to eat the first batch of ice. But then after that, it should be okay to use. So we added an air gap by zip tying the tubing up high, and then you're supposed to have at least an inch. Obviously we gave more than an inch of space right here. So if sewage backs up like it is right now, then it can flow out the face of this and it won't actually contact these tubes, which will prevent it from potentially back siphoning sewage into the ice machine. Obviously this has been set up the other way for like 10 years. I don't know how they got away with it being like that. So this will be a much improved way of doing it, but it's still pretty nasty back here, so I'm going to tell them they need to get a plumber because we don't have our stuff for unclogging a drain. And if he comes back and thinks it's fine, then it'll probably be fine, but this is much better than what was. So yeah, looks like we're going to be good to go. And it did drop another batch of ice, so that's good. So it won't be long and we'll have a full thing of ice. And we got rid of that horrible situation that they had going on here and improved that too. So should be good.